Hello everyone and welcome to our continued Great Ones. I was thinking to start with two other great players before getting to Lasker, but since we finished with Steinitz and discussed the superiority of Lasker in the matches against Steinitz, it somehow made sense to continue this way, and we will discuss and touch all other great players, or well, the ones that I would like in that era, but a bit after Lasker. So Lasker is an amazingly interesting person, not just because of his chess, but because of many other things. He was quite a well-known mathematician. He was a philosopher, but not that well-known. He dealt a lot with games and wrote some books about games. Maybe I will just start by a quote, and then I will tell you who it was. Emanuel Lasker was undoubtedly one of the most interesting people I came to know in my later years. We must be thankful to those who have penned the story of his life. This is an introduction to the book, Emanuel Lasker, The Life of a Chess Master, written in 1952, for his succeeding generations. For there are few men who have had a warm interest in all great human problems and at the same time kept their personality so uniquely independent. Well, this was written by Albert Einstein on his good friend Emanuel Lasker. I think that says a lot about how interesting Lasker was outside of the chess world as well. It was interesting that, if we look at his play, he brought some new concepts to chess that many people didn't appreciate, didn't understand. I can, let's go on again and speak about the great ones. Obviously, Bobby Fischer knows about or knew about chess pretty much more than anyone. And in his magazine, in a Chess World magazine, he published an article in 1964. He listed the 10 greatest players in history, and he didn't include Lasker, saying he was a coffeehouse player. Then we will go to how Lasker started playing chess, indeed in a coffeehouse, that he didn't know opening and he didn't understand positional player. But it is very funny that some other not really bad players, such as Stahl, Korchnoi, Robert Byron, all said Lasker was the greatest player ever. And some people say Paul Banco and Byron that Fischer after it regretted and reconsidered what he said, but Fischer is Fischer. Kramnik, many other great players, Kasparov, absolutely praised Lasker. He was really a much, much better version of Steinitz, and he brought one huge new concept to chess, a huge one. And that is psychological approach, and the fact that was his big match or big fight with Tarrasch, that there is no absolute better move in a position. There is no absolute better move in a position. Maybe Houdini will say, or Stockfish, or whoever one that you are in the mood to will say, yeah, this is absolutely the best move in the position. But for humans, there's a different way of playing. And that's what many people didn't understand and criticize Lasker. Today it all seems so normal, right? With Kasparov you play the Berlin, you exchange queens. Kramnik said that, right? Also showed it on the board. With other players you play more aggressive. You adjust your style to the player, and even during the game some considerations. But before Lasker, oh man, this was not that clear, and he really fought for that, and that's a huge thing that he brought to chess. Let's see a few of his games. We will have few videos, 3 maybe 4 on his career, since he was only world champion from 1894 till 1921. This is undisputed, 27 years. Remember, Steinitz was either 8 years, 86 to 94, or 66 to 94, but he was really undisputed world champion for 27 years. By some chess metrics, calculating rating, he was number 1 player in the world